This is kind of what it looks like below. These are our control pins, so our gate source and our Kelvin source. And then our tabs, our source and drain tabs are in this copper welded on there. The interesting part is our gate driver has the multiple channels. It's the STGAP4H, and the multiple channels are linked to each switch array. So for example, we have channel A driving the IGBTs, and the 3 in parallel, and then the channel B driving our silicon carbide, only 1. Our optimal control strategy is we usually use the silicon carbide the whole time, but when the current reaches a certain point, we turn on the IGBTs to basically supplement the silicon carbide to prolong the life of the silicon carbide and make sure the silicon carbide doesn't violate its safe operating area. And we do that when the current gets to a certain point. Then we could basically not overwhelm the silicon carbide. We can give the silicon carbide a rest and turn the IGBTs on to carry the rest of the current through the duty cycle.
Can you explain the board here?
Yeah, sure. So this is the control board, and basically the control board consists of the ST gaps. So the STGAP4H has the 2 channels, and the 2 channels basically feed through. Down below you have your gate and your Kelvin source, and they protrude upwards through the board in these vias. Kind of hard to see with your camera because they're very small, but the board would be precisely placed on here, and the pins would protrude upwards for your control. So the gate driver could control those transistors, opening and closing them basically depending on the duty cycles. And the transistors are basically on the bottom of this. You can't really see it on here because they're sintered. They're sintered into this base plate right here. And the package, it's a really unique package to us. It's called the ST pack. Fully sinterable package. So the insulated sinterable backside is what we sinter onto the heatsink. And these are our source and our drain bus bars. And these were those pins that I was pointing to you. So rather complex, but it's solving basically a problem. The problem is cost versus efficiency.
Maybe can you, what are this one?
No, these are just for the power of the gate driver, to feed the gate driver its power. And these are current sensors. These current sensors go on the different phases.
And this is the controller board.
And this is the control board based on the Stellar 4-core. This is a 4-core micro, so a little bit of overhead. You could actually use one of these cores to do all the traction. And then you could use another core to do OBC and another core to do DC and DC. And then the last core could be either a housekeeping core or it could be used for some ancillary functions.